Welcome to day 5 of Octave-Eying the Earth. Today, I get the image of, and I am hearing a crumbling foundation applied. So, there is foundations that are not aligned that are actually falling and breaking apart. And that can be jarring on a collective and an individual level, but it's important to understand that those tower moments that we find, those things that occur, are never to work against us. God does not work in punishment. Remember that. A lot of people want to call this the apocalypse because things are falling that cannot align. Things are being undone that were done through the hands of a false concept of time. And so it's never a punishment, right? They must reap what they've sown. But the return of gods is not about a punishment. It's all about the lens that we hold. So those of us that are willing to let go of things, those of us that are willing to follow the heart guide, have an easier time. Surrendering is so important. Okay? So I'm just going to start breaking up some dense energy that does not align. I've called in days 1 through 4, and I don't know about you, I know yesterday was long, and for me it was quite intense. Sometimes we may not see these things taking effect, but they are, and I woke up with a lot going on, like a softening again of my heart space, and that was really nice. I feel the softening again of my heart space. And we can always look back and go, dang it, why didn't I? Why shouldn't I? Why couldn't I? But I hold no regret. If one person went through and did what I did, then we could talk. So I should never be hard on myself, right? We should never be hard on ourselves. No shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and no regrets. Staying in the moment and learning our lessons now, to do it differently now. That's the point. That's the purpose. And that is our power. So I'm hearing to call our power back because there is a crumbling foundation. Crumbling foundation of lack. Release what holds you back. Kampalaya taraye yo 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 yo. And I just want to thank you guys for being here to help carry this energy through. It's not always easy when the shadow doesn't want you to. You know what I mean? When lots of things work against it, when we forgot how to love again. It's a lot that we're letting go of. But we're doing it not just for us. You don't work with me just for us. It changes your whole connections. So all of your ancestors, your children, your children's children, when you do the work that I do, you change the future for all. We're all connected. So when you work through this work, you help the entire collective soul. And we brought through a lot of love yesterday. And in doing that, we must release where we blocked that love. And that felt, yesterday was a lot of energy release, and it took a long time. But it was also so very good. And I don't know your guys' journey. I have no idea what you're going through, so please feel free to discuss it in email. You can even talk about it on Facebook if you're open to. Whatever it is that you wish to do, if you have questions, please ask me. You're not alone in this, and you're not meant to be. Bringing honor and value back, I'm hearing, and releasing what is lack. Letting go of what blinds and binds and a false foundation crack. Okay, so we are breaking down a false foundation. We are letting go of what does not align and the energy of creation. Day number 5 applied. So we've called forth day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4, and into day 5. Nothing less and nothing more. Staying in the here and the now, and be aware of illusions. Okay? Those illusions try to make you feel confusion. Where there is big work to do, there will be big resistance upon you. And just as in the masculine side, it will fool you. It will make you think you can't, you won't, you don't know how, you won't succeed, yada, 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 yada. That is the portal of the mind. Illusions of grandeur that leave you blind. We are in control. Like, I could be afraid right now. I could be lots of things because of what I keep going through and have had to go through. And it's kind of hard to manifest sometimes, going through difficult things and being alone and fighting these battles and dealing with the twin flame things. And oh, it can be rough. But at the same time, is it rough, or do I surrender? Staying in the here and the now, not fear, not worry, staying in the here and the now. No doubt, no confusion, staying in the here and the now. What can we do in the here and the now? Call things in. On your soul path journey, you will find what's needed to support you. When we are messing in a false foundation, we will find tower moments continually because we keep holding on to what is crumbling. Right? We have a choice. We do. But do you choose to rise and love and build a new foundation you don't understand yet? Or do you choose to hold on what no longer serves you? So just a nice, beautiful, energetic cleanse, because we've been doing a lot of work up until now. So I'm coming in more gentle, just like they told me to. Just like I once didn't care to do anymore, right? Because of how I was treated, but that's not fair. It's an illusion. Confusion. So they are honoring you today for the strength to still be here, to push through, because I'm sure at least one of you had resistance in being here. I do have chakra music playing in the background. Heart, crown, and third eye chakras. And this is Earth, connecting us to Earth. Bringing in the bubbles of light and protection. Not as many are needed right now. If you guys realize, I was going through a lot of stuff, so I brought through some major ascension work that dealt with the dark side of things. So that was part of the reason why the protections were so intense, is that anybody carrying that shadow, I have to block those energies, right? Because just like when I did the Sistine Chapel Part 2, I had to stop and put salt all around my house and put up so much protections. So over the full moon, the 1313 portal that apparently I'm the only one that recognized, which is quite strange, but not at the same time. It shows you how blind we still are. I had a lot of protections required, and I've been processing a lot of that energy. So I feel less protections required today. So we're kind of softening the energy. Softening the energy for a heart expansion and a release of a false foundation. So just take a deep breath in and out. We're going to do that a few times. Take another nice deep breath in and out. Breathe normally for a moment. And we're going to do it again. Take a nice deep breath in and out. It's important to call your power back. So I keep hearing that. Call your power back. As we rise to the ascension, and just like I taught in the path to righteousness, this does kind of go off of the path to righteousness, because that is the entire return path, right? But in that, I heal you and teach you to be in your power the entire time, right? And call your karma forward and all that. So it's all very important and relevant. But without that, stepping aside of that, the work that I did right now is requiring us to call our power back, because a false foundation is falling. And when you do this work, you are working through major soul level stuff, right? It's not little. It may seem little, it may feel little in the moment, and then days later you're like, holy shnikes, I just processed a lot. And when you're in dense energies, it's hard to see until they're cleared what you're doing. Okay? So be aware of a false foundation. Be aware of illusions of grandeur and illusions of the mind, and also poison apple temptations. Be aware of those, and do not bring judgment here. Okay? It will leave you blind and binded. Judgment is not of God. Okay? So here's the message for today. All right. So we have clear your mind. Okay? Clear your mind. Somebody's mind is wreaking havoc. I can hear it. I can feel it. You have to clear your mind. Okay? It is or it isn't. And if you bring anything of the shadow here, fear, more power into money rather than love, those kinds of things, you could think of the Matrix blueprint and where it will tempt you through this work. Because, sweetheart, we can do what we want to do. We can call in what we want to call in. It's up to us and how much we surrender the energy. So, again, the portal of the mind was yesterday. Remember, they are letting you know that we are in a portal of the mind. It's going to work through your mind. So you have to clear it and understand in you where it's resonating with you. Clear your energy. Set yourself free. Okay? Clear your mind. Meditate. I did that with my children on his birthday. He turned 17 today, and I woke up this morning. I'm like, let's do this together. And they did it with me. And then I did his healing, and now I'm here. Also, we have forgive. Okay? Forgive. Okay? Pure forgiveness applied. And I'm like, people must think that I should be perfect or I should be this and that because of who I am. And if I am who I am, then why am I not perfect? Why is this not like this? Why am I not like that? I hear that all the time in the energy. First of all, you're not who I am. You didn't battle what I had to battle, so you do not have any idea how difficult this journey has been, how much strength it has taken, what I overcame, and how I don't even know how I made it through sometimes. And I even sacrificed a DM. So until we're in somebody's shoes, can we really know what they're going through? It's about empathy and being able to look at things from a broader perspective. But genuinely, when we have unconditional love, we can kind of see things from other people's perspectives. And if you can't do that, then there's a lot of work to do. Okay? Attune to the divine. Attune to the divine. Clear your mind, because it's loud, it's busy, it's conjunct, it's congested, and there's shadow working overtime through you. So attune to the divine through the heart space, not the mind. The divine is not found in the heart space. No. We do have a crown chakra where we get downloads if it's open, but we connect to spirit truly through the heart space. Home is where the heart is. That's where God is. Okay? And also forgiveness. I did a video about forgiveness. It's very relevant because where, we have some karmic situations applied or somebody has hurt us, it's important to forgive, and it's not necessarily about them. It's about you. Because where there is wounds and karmic connections and things like that, there is a tether. And until we can forgive, we can't open it up for healing. Doesn't mean that if they didn't recognize what they did and apologize and things, it's still not on both sides. But when we forgive, we are setting that free. We are able to see from both sides. We are able to see the full perspective. We are able to heal and be free and rise through more love. To see that it's never about blame and shame. It's their fault. It's this fault. How dare you? It's never about right and wrong. It's always about where love is not. So when people get a lens towards me, well, she should be this, and everybody should she her, she is who she is, and how dare her charge money for these things? They should be for, like, I've had all of that thrown at me. But it's God who told me to do what I do, because if you don't realize, money was not in the light anyways. So if you choose money being more valuable than this work, then what I realized is that's a karmic thing. Okay? Money should not have that kind of value. And it's never more important than love. We should not be creating for money. We should be creating for love. That's the difference of the two earths. And that's coming up for a reason. So whatever that is. So clear your mind, attune to the divine, and forgive. Okay? Clear your mind, attune to the divine, and forgive. That's the message for today. Yesterday was talking about a portal of the mind, and you better believe when you do this work, it's going to get loud and it can be overpowering. And if you give your power to those thoughts in any way, it leaves you depleted and blinded and binded. So you need to call your power back. Call your power back from the mind. Okay? Get into your heart space and attune to the divine, and allow forgiveness to rise. I am, and I am even more. Okay? And I saw that yesterday as like, no matter what, I can forgive. I have to forgive. I have to forgive all things. And it can be a journey, right? It's not a, I just forgive. Those words do not have full meaning. It's an energy. It's a healing intent. It's a vibrational release. It's it's a healing. So let's see what today brings. Called forth the Creator, all beings of light, our Pleiadian healers are here in heavenly plight. All of the pyramids surround us as I call our energy again into the pyramids. And let's take one more deep breath in with me. Ready? And out. Nice. Let's do it again because I feel another bubble. Deep breath in. Called forth the energies from day 1 through day 4. Looking back on the journey, it helps us know that a lot has occurred from the days before, right? We're in day 5 now. We are calling into the center of the pyramid, the center of our ascension sphere, with the crystal pyramid in the center. And I want you to just see yourself sitting around that, closing your eyes, feet on the floor, palms up in receptive mode. Open the heart, softening the chest. We're going to soften the chest, soften the chest. I'm going to remove some of those barriers of protection, but I'm just going to put up bubbles of pure love. Bubbles of pure love of protection. So these are like opaque. They're very like, kind of like an opal color, like multicolored. Beautiful translucent white pearly colors all the way around us, a bubble of love only, where love can get in only and love can get out only, so we can see clearly all things love and what is not of love. So our deep bubbles of protection have now been released of the onyx, the obsidian, and the diamond light, which makes sense to the work I did on the full moon energies. It totally does. And now we're coming into a beautiful softened bubble of love. So it's about softening our energy. And that's what I've been doing since 3 a.m. this morning. Softening, breathing, softening. So we're going to call our power back. Calling it back from all spaces of depletion. All of our energy being called in, and I'm putting a bubble of salt around the collective healing. Day 5 has now begun. Let the journey begin. So beneath us is a crumbling foundation. On the earth, it has a crumbling foundation. It is time for a foundation that does not align to fall in a very big way once and for all of mankind, through heaven's vibration. The work through day 1 through day 4 has allowed us to bring and break down this foundation, but all of the work that I've done from before is why we are here today. All of the work that we do, that we choose to do, is what brings us here today. Always. So keep going. Never about perfection. No expectations and no judgments. Only love. So I'm feeling some deep fear. So let's cleanse some fear. I'm going to bring in some water. Remember, we have the pyramids around us with the angels filling them. And the cosmic rays of light are coming in above us. And we are literally just sitting on the ground with the crystal pyramid in front of us, the pyramids behind us with the angels, all angels presence, and our three Pleiadian healers of light are with us. And we're going to tune into a river of water coming through the center. And it kind of branches off to each of us individually. So it comes down the center, one river, and it branches off to 3 branches for all of us individually. And this water is going to begin to flow at our feet and under our foundation. Okay? And the water is going to help to break apart a false foundation for all of us. But it's also going to happen to the earth, okay? Through today's healing. We're going to break down a false foundation, bringing in a pyramidal octavation. The sun and the moon coming in right above us. And it's warmth, just being covered in a blanket of warm, healing light of the sun. I'm hearing the sun heightened right now. Now remember, the sun and the moon are one, so even if I say the sun, it's both. It's always both. They're never separate anymore. Since the return of Horus and Sekhmet and Adam and Eve and Jesus and Mary, it's all together. So we are completely together. There's no separation. And even I need to eliminate that out of my consciousness. Is the separation. There is no separation, and they're saying that there is 0 separation between the masculine and feminine. So we're removing any divide of the masculine and feminine, any divide of the sun and the moon today. We're breaking down a false foundation and calling our power back in every way. So just relax, breathe normally, keeping your eyes closed and tuned inward, calming the mind every step of the way, calling your power back from the mind whenever the mind takes over, and calming it to stillness. Repeatedly. There is no good excuse. There is no good excuse. Remember those distractions. There is no good excuse. It's an illusion of grandeur. And it's where you give your power away. I'm hearing speak wisely. Heaven's gates are opening. And all of this golden light from heaven are just coming down. Remember, heaven is becoming one with earth. 13th gate, okay? And only those of pure hearts can remain. Just what it is. We can't give our power away to the shadow to remain in heaven on earth. We can no longer be duality. So I already feel some releasing going on with the water coming in. It's a gentle releasing cleanse. So the water is going to start rising through like particles, right? Like bubbles of air water rising from beneath us and drawing out some fear and a hidden agenda. So somebody's been playing in a hidden agenda. Part of a false foundation. And that's actually a reflection of Amy. So, she had a big purpose in the masculine and feminine side of things. I actually had to take over her purpose as well as Jacint's, which really sucked. And Gigi's as well. They all took part in taking down things, and they all had a purpose in rectifying. So Jacint was the Sistine Chapel stuff. That was actually hers. It wasn't supposed to be mine. And I remember we didn't know what it was that she had to do, but they ended up giving me her scroll, and then she was... Anyways, she attacked me, and it wasn't pretty. It was very painful because you give your power to the shadow, right? And you don't exactly always see what you're doing. It's that simple and that big at the same time. But Amy had a false agenda. Okay, she had an agenda all her own. She thought she could do things, have gain for things. It was ego-based. She thought she could do it her way. She would get so far, and then she would take that light and put it into her false agenda. And we must do things through the lay of the land, through God, through the sun and the moon, because it's God's earth, okay? And so we must do things from the heart center. That's where God is. So when you have a false agenda, it comes from ego, the mind, or the matrix components of some sort, right? What was more important to her? Money, gain, ego, right? Dimming a light for others. You know what I'm saying? For your gain, those kinds of things. And always using victimhood consciousness as an excuse. You're not a victim. It's power depletion. Okay? So be aware of that, because it has been echoing, all right? And that's what was shutting me down. But it's not love either way. So we're just clearing that out, and clearing that out, and clearing that out. And I forgive. I send all forgiveness. Just be aware of the energy, okay? I send so much love. I want to come back to love and be love and just emanate love no matter what. I am love. I am love, and I come back to that. I am proud of this journey. I am in honor of being able to do this work. And my agenda is love and healing mankind. That's been my agenda the whole time. Healing, safety, love, joy, bringing back what was rightfully ours, and giving life again to all of mankind. I work for others. So holding that in my heart and helping to give love. And trusting that you will not throw it back at me like they did before. I can trust again. And this is big, because I feel like this thing in my stomach that goes, don't give them that. They're just going to hurt you again. I'm going to set that free. I'm going to set it free. I can feel it in my solar plexus, like this need to not give love because it's only been thrown back at me. I'm going to set that free. So allow the energy of healing to start to rise through our vessel to set things free. And there is a false agenda that will be exposed. So it's not an agenda of love. It comes from something else. So it's going to be exposed. So we can set it free. It's not about how dare you and look what you're doing. It's to set it free. Never right and wrong. Where is love not? And why? So I remember Lisa telling me one day, I don't know why I did it. The why you did it is everything. It's everything. And when I said that, my stomach just went, so it deals with what was in the solar plexus. False agenda. Allowing those bubbles to rise up so that we can set it free. Octave-Eying, a vibrational shift frequency of softness, being soft. Remember, I took down those massive barriers of protection. Now it's this bubble of light. It's soft, softening our energy. Take a deep breath in and out. Softening the heart space. Octave-Eying, softening. And in that softening, we're going to break down a false foundation for us and for the collective soul today. So being here, you are helping carry that through, because we're all connected. There are many beings connected to you. If you're here, there's a purpose you do not see. Okay, so we cannot assume, but it's about what are we serving and why. Why are we here? What are we serving and why? Breaking down a false foundation. Softening the heart. I'm softening your heart like playing strings of a violin and softening. Do, 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 do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Softening the heart space. Can you feel that? I can. It's pushing out some dense energy. Softening, softening, softening the conditioning, softening the false agenda, releasing ourselves from it. Okay? The false foundation, the false foundation, the false foundation. It can be scary at first. Not just for us, for all of mankind, right? We're used to a certain world, we're used to a certain way of things, and when it breaks down, we don't want that. This is a return of the gods, not a punishment. It's setting us free. Setting us free. Your lens is everything. Octave-Eying. So we are now going to bring through the pyramid healing. Octave-Eying through the pyramids. Fiji, the mother of all things. Fiji, the root chakra that Mount Shasta stole. Fiji, coming through the mind. It was Christ consciousness returned through Fiji. Okay? The painting that was done that I did not do, right? That somebody else painted, was me clearing Mount Shasta and returning Christ consciousness by setting those souls free and returning Christ consciousness back to Fiji, which is the God portal and the Earth's true root chakra. Mount Shasta, they stole it and put it there and had a lot of bloodshed continually there. So it was a false power system and there was lots of souls trapped there. And I returned that to Fiji. Now there's two parts to Fiji. One you cannot see because it's only in the path to righteousness. So only those that did that will have that healing through there. But part one is in YouTube. And it was powerful. That was the very first pyramid I activated. That's what's coming through. And it makes sense because yesterday we talked about a portal of the mind. And now today they're saying clearing your mind, attuning to the divine, and forgiveness. Okay? So this isn't just for us. This is the whole, remember what I do is not just for us. It's the entire earth. And you're helping mankind. Okay? So please just keep a light of love and power and do what your soul's being called for you to do. Follow the heart. I heard myself yesterday saying, no, I choose my heart guidance. Even if there's resistance, I pushed past it and did it anyways. Okay? So do that and then watch beautiful things unfold. Okay? And as I say that, there's a little in my solar plexus. So let's be real. What energy that Amy was that she could do it her way. She could do it her way. And she's no longer in it. She won't make it to New Earth. That's not a lie. She will no longer even be a twin flame. Okay? So they didn't get to just do what they wanted to do and hurt me and just go along their way and still get to rise. No, no, nay, nay. You can't do it your way. Because what you don't realize is the heart is your way. That's your higher self. It's your soul component. Everything else is a false illusion of grandeur. But there was this energy of, well, I can listen to her, but I can still do it my way and make it through. What she says is not what I have to do. That's a lie. Okay? Because I am that. I am the sun. I am the path home. That's not a lie. Just because I'm not male, I am still the feminine counterpart. The bride of Christ, whatever you want to call it, the sun. I am the path. Okay? So everything I say is purposeful. I also guide you into your heart space. That's what I do. So you can't take one piece of what I say and pick and choose, right? And this is what Amy would do. And she was and then she would mock me on the other side of things. They were all doing it. They thought they could do it their way. That they didn't have to do it. What I was saying didn't matter. That, oh no, we're ascending either way. And, oh no, I don't have to do what she says. I'm living with my twin flame, but they were not internally united. She didn't listen to God. She didn't follow her soul path. Neither did Jasaint. Jasaint had a huge purpose as well. So did Amy. Okay, they really did. So there's that energy in here. So we have to be very mindful because there was a false agenda. Okay? You can't just pick and choose. You have to listen to every detail because it has to do at a soul level with healing our karma. Where do we give our power to the shadow? Over light. Okay? So let's soften again, because this is coming up and I can feel it in my solar plexus. It's yucky and it hurts. So Fiji, my friends, false foundation. I should have known that, but that's okay. I never know. I'm just here. It is my work, but I still don't know. It's okay. I love being that pure guide and pure channel. So validating when it's real. You know what I'm saying? I don't use other people's work, and I don't want to know anything about you on the outside because I hear it on the inside. If you let me. You have to be open. If you block things and they want me to say this, I can only see what you allow me to see then. There can be a false agenda or fear. Free will applied. I've had healings that are wide open, like Lisa's experience, and I've had healings where they're closed off and they keep it limited. It's all up to you. Softening the agenda. Softening what is not love. Softening the false foundation through the heart space, you guys. We're working through the heart. So your Pleiadian beings of light are coming through and helping to draw out this density that I'm stirring up in you. I'm stirring it up so we can soften it from you. Because we're not just doing it for us. So if it's difficult, say yay. I'm doing big work. Softening of the mind, softening of the heart, calling your power back, from which you have been a part. Back to your heart space. As I begin now to draw down the energy of Fiji, the pyramid energy activation of Christ light through Fiji. This is important because it is the false foundation. So it's not all pyramids that I'm feeling today. That one is heightened times 3. Okay. So remember, we have the angels. All pyramids will carry the light, but this is a foundation of Fiji. This is the true foundation of Earth, the true root chakra, the false foundation, Mount Shasta, the false reality that was applied. They took Christ consciousness, they stole it and put it over darkness. Remember, in Mount Shasta, I burned Archangel Samael in part 2. So it was a false foundation, okay, outside the light of Christ. That has to fall. So your foundation that needs to fall will begin to crumble and fall. And it deals with somebody else has also a false agenda. I feel like they may say they didn't see it, but I feel like they're also lying to themselves a little bit. So be aware of that. Why do we do that? The shadow likes you doing that, okay? Never about right and wrong. Please understand this. It's about where love was not and why. The why you do the things is the key to everything. Okay? So be kind. Forgiveness. This is coming out very loud. Forgiveness. So amongst the world in front of you was a false foundation of lies, deceitful, deception, division, and untruth. It is time for that false foundation to fall at a level that is beyond you, at a level that we should have been prepared for, but most are not, unfortunately. But regardless, it's time to do the work. The work of heaven's door is upon you. It's time, my friends, to release this false foundation from the foundation of a world that is no longer viable in existence. A foundation that cannot exist anymore. And I see 2 tectonic plates going beginning to move against each other, beginning to rift and drift and shift and rub against each other. Partly underwater, by the way, because Fiji, when I activated Fiji, it was underwater. Remember that, part 1? So this makes sense. And so I'm seeing this tectonic plates. There's tectonic plates. And I'm kind of going to California. That's not a lie. And it's like, it's moving. It's starting to move. It's not as big as my hands are making it yet. It's a very subtle movement as I'm beginning to do this, okay? So understand that. I'm like heightening it because I want you to know what I'm seeing. And I feel it in the earth. But it's not that big yet. It's like this little So this tectonic plate is starting to move and rift and shift and move and rift and shift. And I hear that song. San Andreas fault moved its fingers through the ground. Earth collided, earth divided. Such an awful sound. So it's like the skies are opening up. The heavens doors are opening up. This is big, okay? So as I'm doing this work, understand that your Pleiadian beings of light are softening your heart space. They are breaking down a false foundation within you. It may seem far-fetched. It may seem like I'm doing nothing, but we're doing major work, okay? I need you to understand that. And it's going to unfold around you. You will see your false foundation. Also, why we had a softening of our bubble of light. There's a softening occurring, okay? Because the false foundation may fall, but you can either feel like you're falling with it or rising. It's up to you. God is here to lift you up, but you need to be light to rise. I feel like I'm calling and awakening the water, the God of the water. And as I'm saying that, I see water going, and then I see the plates go. Now I open the skies to the heavens above, and I bring down the most powerful light of the moon and the sun in the heavens above, coming down through the pyramid line of Fiji and all of those beyond Fiji. Fiji was the first one. And I'm bringing it down through the heavens and into the earth, through the sun. Mass amounts of sun applied. This is massive. So it's like I'm pulling down the sun, and I'm getting chills, so many chills. And I'm pulling it down through Fiji, and the water's like, you guys, the chills are overwhelming. I know you don't, I don't know if you can see my goosey bumps, but they're insane. I feel the earth start to rumble. And then a shift of the plates. It's gonna come in threes. Hola kia la dai lo yo yo wa la lo yo yo wa. Sometimes to see from what kept us blind, big shifts must occur in front of you. Ola koi ala ete ala oyo to wa ya. Ngolo ya dai. Do la ya. Ontolai, 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 onkayatai otoyo. I'm talking to the water and to the earth and the skies and the trees and the breeze and the moon and the sun. I'm talking through the sun. And I bring down big chunks of the sun and going down through Fiji, and Fiji is like rising like whoa, and the water's like whoo, and the earth is like boom, and the plates are like whoo, and water goes whoo, 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 whoo. And even the trees over there won't make it. They are dormant at this time. So the trees in Sequoia are cut off from the light as well. They must be purged and reset through time. That's why when I was doing the path to righteousness, some might know this, I would take us to the trees to release the past lives that we were clearing. And I stopped doing Sequoia a while ago. We went to the great northernest part, where there are some over there. So this is all being applied, and I didn't see this coming. It's a shift in foundation today, and it's a shift in foundation. The false foundation must fall, and I see the earth going crumbling, a false foundation falling, and I see tectonic plates going and big. There will be 3 movements: a boop, and then a boom, and like water, whoosh, water, whoosh. It must be seen what was done to me, to the light, to the sun, to the moon. It must be seen what was done to all through the consciousness cut off of you. To think my spell castings aren't real, think again. It's of the gods. It's true. They do more things than you might conceive. Only expectations blind you. It's time to shift and rift amongst you. It's time for a false foundation to crumble and a softening of the hearts of all. So I bring down the light from the heavens above through the pyramid activations, through Fiji at the height of all of them, and the angels carrying it through their heart space so they can really carry more than what even the pyramids can do. So we're doubling the frequency, okay? That's the whole purpose here. I'm bringing it down through the pyramids where Fiji is being at the heart, the center of all, okay? Bringing it down through the center and the crystals below and into the core. Life heavens flow. And as I'm doing that, there's a shift for what doesn't belong. A false foundation must crumble and fall. It's time to be seen once and for all what's been done right in front of you. A death and a rebirth, it's true. Death and a rebirth, it's true. False foundations must crumble and fall. It's time to see it in front of you. Do you know the sun controls everything? Mass sun, open up. It's time to be free of what's been done. It's time for all to see the sun. Bringing it down and bringing it down and bringing it down some more into the Fiji pyramid and all the other pyramids and the angels' hearts galore. Down into the crystals, down into the core. Time to move and time to grow and time to let the false foundation go. You guys realize, like, I'm a genius poet, but I'm just channeling this through. Like, I didn't know. Ola kontaya uyua. And then they're like, no, it's the blueprint of your soul. I'm like, okay. Kutoya la iya. Kutoya la iya. So I will continue bringing the light through Fiji and into the core, pushing apart a false foundation forevermore. A crack, a crack, a crack, and water, releasing what's held us back, releasing what's held us back. I see the tree of life just got another root to its foundation. That's the image I just got. The tree of life had another root come up and strengthen its foundation. And like, you can't do it your way. You have to do it God's way. Let go of the false agenda. So now we're going to work on allowing that light to flow up the water and into our heart space, to soften the heart, a detox of the heart. And the root, the foundation. So they're always also going into the root chakra and our heart chakra to soften and release the false foundation. As I continue bringing this light in through Fiji, into the crystals and into the core, and that pyramid, what was done there and what was restored, is causing a crack in tectonic, like a shift in tectonic plates, so massive that we release a chunk, a big old chunk of a false foundation. This is not metaphorical. This is physical. And you will see it. We will see it. That's what they're saying. It's what I said many moons ago when I spoke about Fiji and Mount Shasta. So the light's going up into your root with the water and into the heart space, connecting our root chakra to the heart space very deeply. Softening. There's softening going on. Softening density from the root to the heart. The Pleiadian beings of light are going deep into the root and connecting your root to your heart space and softening all that is not. We are breaking apart from a false foundation, and your choices are everything. Your why is everything. Why did I hesitate? Is everything. Why did I think I could do it my way? Is the reason to the shadow and where you give your power away. Why is everything. The agenda. Outside of all connectedness, outside of a divine presence higher than we are. Even in my journey, I always knew it was bigger than me. I followed every nudge, no matter how difficult, because I knew it was my lesson to learn. It was my journey to clear and undo what needed to be done. No matter what I thought, I surrendered every time something came up. That is our power. Beware of the agenda of the false foundation. Tectonic plate shift and rift is on its way. False foundation crumbling. Through Fiji. The root and the home of the true earth. So I can feel the energy of the feet of our root chakra. I'm taking a crystal from our sphere for a reason. And another one, kyanite and chevron amethyst. And I can feel the root integrating with the heart. And there is density. I can feel it. So let's soften our foundation. So what is false can fall away without fear. God is not fear. That's ego. Agenda. False foundation. There is no fear in God. For what's before you, there's a way. If you choose light and love. Sovereign being of light. Softening the foundation. I'm softening your root. Softening the root chakra. And so are the Pleiadian beings of light. We're softening the root. Breathe into anything you feel, because mine feels a little wonky right now. So just breathe. Breathe. Calling our power back. Softening the foundation. Softening, drawing more light in and breaking apart a false foundation. So I can see it and I can feel it. A little painful in the root, not gonna lie, but that's a good thing. Softening a false foundation. Softening a false foundation. Releasing lack. Lack is what holds us back. Softening a false foundation. Giving, receiving, softening a false foundation. Giving out love without fear. I became afraid to do that because I shared the love my DM was giving me, and they took it and used it against me. And I was not okay after that. And that's what was part of what was being healed yesterday. So I can literally feel a little more free to give love again. And trust. You cannot hurt me. It's love that matters. Love. Softening a false foundation. Forgiveness. There it is. I love you. That took a lot after what happened to me. I'm proud of that. Ah, the chills. Softening a false foundation. Forgiveness. Ooh, bubble in the throat. Forgiveness. Connecting the root to the heart. I feel that connection. Foundation of love is all that matters. You don't understand this shift is bigger than you. You can't control it. It will only control you. So call your power back. Rise through the path of the sun, the heart space, and the one, not the shadow and the mind. Heart to the foundation of all time. Heart to the foundation of all time. Release the shackles of the mind. Heart to the foundation of time. Release the shackles of the mind. It's time to let go of what kept us blind. Release the shackles of the mind. It's time to let go what kept us blind. Release the shackles of the mind. And now I'm taking the moon and the sun and putting it into Kilimanjaro. Boom, boom, boom. Threefold. Didn't I say three? Boom. There's 3 pyramids at Kilimanjaro. Boom, boom, boom. And I remember I made it explode 3 times when I did it in my original activation. Time to remove a false foundation. So boom, kaboom, kaboom. Wah. Boom, kaboom, kaboom. Wah. Boom, kaboom, kaboom. Wah. Oh, look at that. Boom, kaboom, kaboom. Mount Shasta is never the masculine space. Never. It's Kilimanjaro and Fiji. The sun and the moon and what is really ours. So it's like lightning, just all this light coming down and pouring into Kilimanjaro and Fiji. Kilimanjaro and Fiji. And as it's happening, it's like boom, kaboom, kaboom, wah, boom, kaboom, kaboom, wah, whoo, whoo, wah, whoo, whoo, wah. Oh, look at that, ooh, yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. Wow, look at the order in which this was done. Pay attention to all details. I undid all of the darkness before this could be done. And we are there. I connected your root to your heart before I fully did the work today. Yeah. God is not here to punish and suffer you. That is the shadow. It's time to be free. And your lens should be of love, not suffrage, victimhood, and fear. Be aware of a false agenda. I see boom, 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 wah. Like a boom, 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 wah. Fiji and Kilimanjaro are connecting. We are octave-eying. Fiji and Kilimanjaro are connecting right now at the core of the earth, and it's just emanating out. So there will be a release of energy through Fiji and Kilimanjaro for this. I'm drawing it in through the sun and the moon so powerfully and full and pure and true, like lots. A big wah, a big wah, a big wah. going through Fiji, and heightened into Kilimanjaro, heightened as well, but all the other pyramids too, because they're all taking that on, and all of the angels too, and down through the crystals and into the core, and the core expands ever more and out through Fiji and Kilimanjaro together, feminine and masculine together. And boom, whack, boom, whack, boom, whack. Tectonic plate shift and a rift and a fall of a false foundation. It's time to see the truth. And who is the sun and the moon? And the moon. The energy today will continue connecting your root to your heart space. This energy is intense and it's leaving me feeling drained. Because if you don't realize, I'm drawing down the sun through all the pyramids, into Fiji, into Kilimanjaro, and down through the angels too, into the crystals and into the core, where it expands out amongst the expansion of the core through Fiji and Kilimanjaro, and boom, and a tectonic plate shift and rift and a break off of a false foundation. Portal of the mind was not just about you. It's about everyone. That's what we're here for, isn't it? That's what we do this work for. That's what we push past the resistance for. Not just us and our immediate loved ones, to help the entire collective soul, because that is the work of God. Sometimes we deal with difficult situations because it's for the betterment of all. That is who I am. Allow the processing of your heart to connect to your root. It's going to continue flowing and growing and flowing and healing, and at the same time releasing a false foundation of you, because we are clearing a false foundation of the earth, and that is day 5 of Octave-Eying. Oh my gosh, I think this does deal with I wish you guys all saw this. In the path to righteousness, when I was activating the pyramids, day 5, I believe, was the mind. Holy majoli, this is bigger than you know. Wow, it's bigger than I knew. And I don't know why I doubt it every time, but I still do. I'm amazed. Day 5 was Fiji, Kilimanjaro, and a tectonic plate shift and a breaking of a false foundation of Mount Shasta. Portal of the mind applied. Only those who can see through a lens of love and can see the games of the darkness survive. Or God and your higher self work really hard at them too, until there's just no more time. Because the earth cannot wait for those. Can't do it your way. You have to do it God's way. Because that's the only way to clear your karma. Be aware of the false agenda. There was a big one in the energy. So much love, my friends. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a very beautiful day. And I'm going to go make homemade pizzas for my son's birthday. Then he wants hamburgers for dinner. This is outside of my comfort zone for the hamburgers, but it's his birthday. And he's 17. And I got the most pure meat I could find. Normally I make him do vegan, so it's a special day. And drink lots of tea and detox as well. So much love, my friends. And, pray for me too. There's a lot going on behind the scenes you guys don't see with my end as well, right? But what can I choose? I can choose love and light and sovereignty and call in what I need to be true. You do the same, okay? Be aware of a false foundation. Do what God says to do without hesitation. That clears your karma. So much love. And your why is everything. I'm so happy with this one. I'll see you guys later. Soften your heart. I love you. I'm not afraid to give love anymore. I'm getting there. Until next time.